them tears that my mama cried. And all them drugs had my brain fried. I was knocking girls down like a drive-by.
Okay, welcome to another edition of A Quiet Enemy podcast. I'm excited to be here with my co-host.
Me?
Yes, you.
Mookie.
And to the left of me,
D'Angelo.
Right. And today we're excited because we have an exciting guest, a friend of all of ours that we grew up with,
Corey,
thanks for being on the show, Corey. We really look forward to having this conversation, and we appreciate you being here and having the courage to talk about your story and sharing it with others who may be having some struggles with mental health. We also would like to take this time out to give a shout out.
Well, to Urban Prep Academy for having us. We do appreciate it. The staff, Brandon Lenore, and the Urban Prep staff and the students. You guys are wonderful, and Quiet Enemy like to appreciate you guys for the kindness and the welcoming, how welcome inviting you guys were to us, and we do appreciate that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I had a nice time down there too.
Yeah, it was a good time. I think the thing that stood out for me was, it was sort of a career fair, but we came in a little bit differently about our podcast, and I think what I really appreciated was at first it was a little bit the students were a little stiff, but the way they opened up,
it seemed like they really didn't want to open up about anything. They want to make jokes and stuff. Being Al, one of our teammates, he told the story, and then they just started really saying things about themselves.
You know what's crazy? I was kind of torn between how they greeted us. They were such prestige young black men, and they had everything in order, right. The young guys, they greeted us very well. They made sure we had masks and taking instructions from a 16, 17-year-old. That shit was cool. No, but I had a nice time though.
I did too.
Yeah, and I think it just really showed that even in a school that was wonderfully run and managed as Urban Prep was, even in those spaces we can't assume that every mental health touches everybody, and even after a couple of minutes of getting into what we were talking about, these kids really opened up. There were some tears shed. Yeah. There was some laughter. There was some opening up, not only by the students, but even some of the teachers came in and had some stories to share. So it just kind of validates why we're doing this podcast, right? Why there's a need for mental health, and again, why there's a need for mental health, particularly in our black community, right? So that's one of the things that I really appreciated about the experience, and I hope that we can do more of that type of work so that we can touch other students and young minds and young people who are in school who need someone to talk to let them know. Because I think the biggest message they got was that it's okay. That they can talk to somebody. It's okay. Because toward the end of that, how many of the students put each of one of us to the side? Yeah. Wanting to just share a little bit of their story.
They didn't want to leave the room. Then once they opened up to us and found out it was cool. You can't live behind that stigma of being afraid and having thoughts that's uncontrollable, or or you want to talk to someone in the fear of it happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
I also want to say too though. Yeah. The best part of it was when we got them damn yellow gold ties.
Yeah. Yes.
And when we got them yellow gold ties, man, that was a sign of excellence coming from them, and they gave it to us. So, Urban Prep Academy, once again, we'd like to thank y'all. Brandon Lenore, the rest of the staff, Miss Hampton, I believe that was her name. I don't know the rest of y'all, but I want to tell y'all was very nice to us. We do appreciate it, and I hope that we, in the future, we can keep on working, bringing this message and awareness to mental health. Yeah. So, we got my boy Corey.
What's going on, baby?
Mr. F. Franklin. What's going on with you, bro?
Man, feeling good. I'm alive.
Yes, sir. Man, I'm glad you're here. Dre, glad you're here. D'Angelo, glad you're here, man. But, we're here to talk about things that matter, and this is our mental health. And me personally, knowing you and been dealing with mental health. Now I ain't gonna say problem, mental health, situations, and that's one of the reasons why we want to have you on the show. So can you, tell audience something about you?
Me, I'm just a person that likes to smile. Hey, I like to smile. Hey, if I make a joke about myself, but that kind of goes into my mental health thing. Back what you guys say, like most kids don't want to open up. They tell jokes, but people don't realize how deep that situation could be. Like me, I dealt with so much stuff. I would just make jokes about it. Like it becomes a joking matter because like you don't want to deal with the seriousness of the situation, so you'll make a joke. Yeah. And that's why I'm probably known as like the funniest person you'll meet. Because like it comes from like, man, you have to deal with situations, and after a while you make jokes about it because you don't want to deal with the reality of the situation.
Yeah, true that. Yeah, a lot of times when people are dealing with mental health, and like you said, they figure out coping mechanisms, right? To deal with the day-to-day pain that's caused by mental health, right? So your coping mechanism was, cracking jokes, making yourself laugh, making other people laugh, right? And then sometimes laughter can be contagious, right? And so you can get other people to laugh. That makes you feel good, makes other people feel good, and that helps hide the pain.
Yeah, like that's what I did daily. Like some peers make jokes about you, but you like, y'all got a better joke because I make jokes about myself before I go to bed at night. You ain't got nothing. Like, you ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. But I ain't joked about myself. Right? Hey man. Hey, I made 6 jokes tonight to roast myself to sleep. So what you saying? But that's how I deal with my daily life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like stuff that was a stigma, like your mama smoke crack. Well, your mama smoke crack. My mama stole your PlayStation. Like you gotta say sick shit. Yeah. But that's just how you deal with your everyday life. Yeah. And I was telling him before, like I used to go through things like now with social media, it's a big thing. I deal with people like. And I don't want to down them, but especially women, like they make jokes about, that's just my bipolar. I'm like, no, you don't know what it's like to live with a bipolar disorder every day. Mm-hmm. I say I wake up every day and have to deal with shit. Yeah. Like you want to make it funny, like you want to have an attitude. No, like I have to wake up every day and I got to put a mask on to be what I want to consider normal. Yeah. Like I like is this what normal people do? So if I'm in a situation. I feel this way, but it's like, okay, be quick. What's normal? Yeah, that's normal. Say that and make people laugh. But the whole time in your brain, you like, man, you fucked up. Yeah.
You know what's so crazy? Because I had anxiety, and it was fucking with me last night. And it's so bad to carry on to this morning. And people don't know. It's not a time frame when these issues occur. They could come whenever it wants to. And it's hard for you to stop it because the thoughts, they roaming. You know what I'm saying? It's like, like your phone or your computer, that circle just
like
roaming.
You never stop. Yeah. Like, I went through situations where, like, I'm fast forward through stuff. Like, I didn't sleep for 4 days. Mm-hmm. And I was
sure it wasn't crack?
Hell no. Hey. Ain't smoking no crack. We can get to that later.
One of them thizzle bizzles.
Hey, but hey, I was out of the good shit. No, but I used to spend time awake, you know what I'm saying? And like your brain never stops working, you know what I'm saying? Like I joke about it, like I actually worked, I did my YouTube thing, I worked 42 hours of child soldier videos. What the hell was I doing watching 42 hours of child soldiers going to war? But my brain was running so long I hadn't slept. Now you in a manic stage. Nigga, I'm sitting in my room in my drawers with AR-15 when I said at 5 a.m. Who messed with my truck? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Now your ass went crazy, as they say. Shit like that. So a lot of people don't know what it's like. They don't, and then a lot of people don't know how to identify what's going on with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you be thinking like, oh, I'm just restless, this, that, and that. No, you might be manic as hell, bro. Yeah. But nobody talks to you about it.
So, Corey, let me ask you, when did you start recognizing that something might have been not right with you? That you were
so, according to my family, it started when I was younger. But my mother would call it fits. You know what I'm saying? Because, like a lot of, in the black community, what we do, we go to church. My son ain't nothing wrong with my son.
Amen.
He needs some prayer. Let's go to deliverance service. Well, you know what I'm saying? But he know when I grew up, hey, when you 15 years old, you got a full beard, you're 5'8" and 240 pounds, lift weights. Hey, a fit is a big ass fit because can't nobody whoop your ass. Right.
Now you know what I'm saying? Couches
like I'm tearing up the house. Yeah. I'm doing this. Oh, he'll be out. He needs some prayer tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The whole time I'm crazy as a roll, listening to old people say. Mm-hmm. And nobody said nothing. And they just kept letting it go. But it took when I got older, like my father, like they used to joke, like they thought something was wrong with my dad, you know what I'm saying? He was the same way as me, but like when I used to get mad, that was the only person I could talk to. But I started realizing, like, oh, like, hey, he kind of knew how to deal with me. But nobody ever did nothing. But it really, man, it took all this time. Like I said, I was doing this for years and years, but my jobs always kept me occupied. I always worked 7-12s for 6-7 months. I work every day, so I ain't got time to think about nothing but work, and it's burning me out. But then come 2019, I got laid off from my job. I had ample time. I'm still getting paid for my job. I got money coming in, but now I'm just stuck in the house. You know what I'm saying? I'm just stuck in the house. Nothing going on. So now, as they always say, idle mind, the devil playground. And the devil got the plan. So now I'm sitting here, like I actually went through bouts when I was a teenager where I used to write on my walls when I couldn't sleep. You know, but nobody knew that because you don't tell nobody that. I would just be up in this rain running. I can't sleep. So now I'm writing on the walls and shit. Like I might watch. I always like the History Channel, so I'm watching. I'm writing crazy shit. I'm the general.
What you was write like satanic shit or was you?
No, I would write things like I always was fascinated with. No, you joking? Hell no. But no, I was always fascinated. But I'm gonna say satanic. I was always fascinated with dictators. You know what I'm saying? Because dictators was like the most charismatic people. But they were people that they had this mask on, but they had the charisma to make everybody around them like and love them. Like I'm the type of person, like everybody, I could go in the room, everybody likes and love me, but they don't know, like, man, I'll be thinking some sick shit. Like, I used to play a game with my sister right now. She like, who will miss them? That's some sick shit to play. We like, oh, who will miss this person? Like, hey, we tied them up, put them in a barrel. When I was like, that was some sick shit. But I say I was fascinated with those type of people. Like, man, they can make thousands and millions of people follow them and shit. So I'd be like writing their quotes on the wall and shit. And I would do that, but then I heard try. But like that's what I dealt with. You know what I'm saying? Being alone. Yeah. So it's like once I ran out of stuff to occupy myself, I'm just sitting there now, looking at the wall, and now I'm tweaking and shit. You know what I'm saying? And that shit just kept manifesting. Like I ended up catching COVID, so now I'm quarantined now. So now I got this whole lot of time with my girlfriend. Now we got to be in the room now. Like I don't even like this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm going off on her. You know what I'm saying? I want her to get away from me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? She was like, something wrong with you, bitch. Ain't something wrong with you. That's how you started getting me.
When go ahead. I want to ask you a question. What's the most was it ever a time when you just hit rock bottom with your thoughts and your depression that you thought that you'll never come out of that?
That happened mid 2020. So mid 2020, that was like rock bottom. That's when like the people that really fuck with me stopped wanting to fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't have nothing. All I'm doing every day, I'm looking in the mirror, my eyes turning yellow. All I'm doing is drinking every day and tripping out on people.
So was it was your mental state that you was in?
Yeah, my mental state, because I had like I say at my job, I would still get paid, but it's like I'm the type of person that always work. So I start feeling like I ain't nothing. I ain't shit. Like I don't give a fuck how much money they paying me not working. I'm a man. I'm a motherfucking man. I go to work. I make shit, produce. I do this, that, and other. But now I'm just sitting here. You know what I'm saying? So that was what made me rob. I'm like, I'm not working. I ain't work for fuck. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm just, oh fuck, I'm just drink all day. And now I'm self-medicating all day. I'm getting high. I'm drinking, and I'm scaring the people that was fucking with me away from me too. Like, hey man, this motherfucker ain't right. Right. And that's when I hit the rock bottom stage. Like,
what? If I can ask, what were they seeing that was scaring them away? What were you doing? What was the behavior?
Like I say, I would not sleep, and I around FaceTime at 4 o'clock in the morning. I might be sitting there eyes big as both dollars. Old people saying, I'm just saying random ass shit. You know what I'm saying? I got high one time and called my cousin, say I'm genital predator because I don't watch all these child fruits. I'm finna go to war. Because my brain, I don't fuck my brain up. And like I say, you self-medicating when you already mentally unbalanced, and then now you getting high and drunk. That shit, you really fucked up.
With a cocktail.
You know what I'm saying?
That's how I used to feel
too. Yeah, like you already here. Yeah. You don't went over the edge, don't ran down the hill and went back up again. You
paranoid.
I've been paranoid. I don't stood in my window with the AR-15 like somebody messed with my car. But I'm crazy. for no damn reason.
Yeah.
But you don't want to say, ain't shit wrong with me. No, they really fuck with me.
Yeah.
You done made it visible enemies and shit.
Yeah. So tell me, when did you say, you know what, I need to get some help, or did you deny some of this for a long time?
I denied it for so long, but when my son, who's also on a tip special, my son, when he texts my ex-girlfriend, which he calls mom, when he texts her, what's wrong with my daddy? Like, I don't, like, as the old people say, I might mean shit to none of y'all, but I mean the world to him.
Yeah.
So when the only person I mean the world to says, what's wrong with you? Something's wrong.
Yeah.
Cause that's all I got. Fuck whatever y'all think, fuck y'all. But he right there. Yeah. And he all I got, now all he got. And he's saying what's wrong with him.
You know, when I had my meltdown and shit, 2020, my son had told me the same thing, man, and that made me wake up. Cause he's like, man, Pop, what the fuck wrong with you? Man, this ain't you.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? And I knew I was in a fucked up state. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, fuck, you know, because I don't got number one child, blood child, and for him to say that, it did something. You know, it rang a bell, ding, message. You know what I'm saying? And you got to get the fuck up, because this ain't you. And once you get lost and let them thoughts consume you, some people can't come back out of that.
It was hard. I'm gonna tell you, it was hard. Like I say, like when you get so deep into your head, as they say, like I was fucked up. But like I say, I had broke up with the woman for 6 months. He had a number. She talked when she texts me, "What's going on with you? I care about you." And I'm like, "What the fuck you talking about?" You know, and she's like, "Corey sent me this," and that's it. I sat in my room like, man, my son in the next room, he's scared of his daddy. Like, but I say I had a situation like I'm all he ever knew, and he's scared of me now. He don't want to talk to me. One day he acted like he ran away from home. I'm flying through the neighborhood, you know, crying, and he hid behind the goddamn couch because he's scared of his daddy. And that shit break you down. Like you, the only people that give a fuck about you, you scaring them away.
Yeah.
And that's what made me say, like, I got to do something.
And so what did you do?
So just so happened, the same woman that my son texted, that was my ex-girlfriend, her mother actually dealt with mental health people. You know what I'm saying? Like, she worked at Jackson Park, and then she worked at another place. She's like, I got somebody you need to talk to. You know, she's like, he a man, you might feel comfortable, a black man. I want to talk to him. And I spent a few sessions with him, and he helped me kind of like get what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, man, you got to quit doing drugs and shit. Like, he said he needed help. You know what I'm saying? And that's what got me, just talking to somebody. Like, you don't get to talk to nobody because, like, we all grew up in the same era. Like, man, excuse me, I talked to Auntie such. Oh, yeah. And now everybody, yeah, and he act like, you know, you don't want to do that, so you don't say nothing.
Yeah, that's not really big.
Yeah, so it's so messed up. I'm more comfortable talking to an outsider because you don't want to tell nobody in your family, because as soon as you walk out the door,
everybody knows.
And then we all know the telephone game, the real facts that the half facts that person might have heard, it don't turn to this now because they don't play the telephone game.
But let me say this though, and this is what I know. When you're going through something and you're able to tell people or tell the masses like we doing right now, that's a good thing. But the same motherfuckers that's talking, then the same motherfuckers got the problems. They don't even know it. You know what I'm saying? And then the worst kind of people.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because they pointing the finger. You know what I'm saying? So you can't look at what you're doing right now and what we doing right now is bringing awareness to that. We don't care about what nobody's saying about us, because you can't know. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I say.
Because it's serious, man. You see these girls on here putting memes up all day long because some young man done hurt them. That's mental health problems, because now, you know what I'm saying? Them is mental health problems. I remember I used to put up stuff because, you know, dealing with these streets and all that. Yeah, inbox, man, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, people see through that shit. You know what I'm saying? So you can't worry about what nobody else, you know what I'm saying, saying about you. Long as you know what's wrong with you and you're making steps to help yourself, you in a good position. Because the same, like I said, these people dealing with a whole lot of shit behind closed doors, man.
Yeah, like, I even get to that. Even like, I'm not here to talk about women. Hey, whatever they got going on, I'm gonna talk about men. A lot of these news, they do fuck up women because we fucked up. Like me, I like women. What I'm saying is like I say, people don't realize some of that shit go hand in hand. Like I was like fucking on people, but it's like it turned to a drug for you. So yeah, I'm a lie, everything. Yeah. I'm telling you whatever the type of the moon purple, babe. I'm saying all type of fucked up shit to this woman and acting the way I need to act to get this pussy, and I don't fucked her up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? She fucked up now. Yeah. I can't trust niggas. Corey bought me flowers. He did it. Why he act like that? Shit owns a pussy. It's a drug. You know what I'm saying? It's a drug. Yeah. I need for right now, like me. The way I grew up, you know what I'm saying? Most people know my parents probably should never had no goddamn kids together. Them was crazy as fuck. Yeah. But, I never, my mama wasn't affectionate. So I might use a bitch for some affection. But then the mom, why you act like that? I don't know, get the fuck on. But it's like, I'm fucking them up because I'm fucked up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You using somebody to get what you need. Like, everything go hand in hand, man.
You know my cousin. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just about to say. Truth be told, about me, I used to do the same shit.
Dude, I don't lie. Hey, wake up in the morning. Hey, get your ass up. Livery cab on the way. It was fun while it lasted, but it's like you needed instant gratification. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like part of it means people don't realize when you manic, like. If you want to know me, I spent $30,000 on gym shoes over years. You know why? The instant gratification I wanted. Mm-hmm. Instant gratification is one of the most fucked up parts. If you want something to happen right now, and then when it's over with, it's over with. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. You just did this shit. Right. And like, it's just all that shit be fucked up.
So given all that you have experienced, where would you say you are now?
Right now, I'm in this is currently my best stage of mental health because I know what the fuck's going on. I know how to handle things, you know what I'm saying? Like I am on medications, not taking regularly, but you gotta just know how to deal with shit, and then I know how to keep myself out of situations now. You know
and that was, you figured that out by talking to someone.
I talked to someone, you know, like it just took to me talking to someone. Because like everything I thought was normal, like man, this just how shit be. But when you talk to somebody, you start realizing, excuse my language, you like, man, this is how fucked up you are. Right. Yeah. You don't create a bubble of like this is normal. You telling yourself this is normal. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So but basically, pain is right. You like, I did some bullshit to somebody because this is normal. Hey, everybody do this shit. Mm-hmm. You creating a situation like, oh, this normal, it's okay. Right. So once you made this situation up and then you start breaking it down, you're like, hey, this shit kind of fucked up.
But do you know your area, your neighborhood, your friends normalize that too?
Yeah, right? Because, like you grow up around people like everybody told you this was cool. Yeah, yeah. Like I go back to like, okay, when I tell people the whole truth about me. I became a street nigga just so my daddy would tell me good job. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I collect comic books, nigga. I'm a nerd. But when I started doing bullshit, my father told me good job. So I became a street nigga by necessity just to fucking get an attaboy from my father. Mm. But I'm really not like that nigga. I want a motherfucker watch B.I. Trooper and shit. But now I'll beat a nigga ass. I got guns. I would say, nigga, hey.
Mm. Well, we all crave validation and affirmation, particularly from people that we love and admire. And whether those people are good or bad role models doesn't matter so much as how you see them. Yeah, right? Like that can be a dangerous thing.
Yeah, like I see my father as a giant. You know what I'm saying? No matter what he did, that's my daddy. Right. So it led me to doing bullshit. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like my mother, she did what she did. My mom scared. Like I learned how to use people for my mother. Mm. But I thought that was normal. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's what you do to people like them. Oh, they ain't like us. Fuck them.
Yeah. You know, my cousin, she put something on Facebook that resonated with me very well. She said trauma that is not transformed is transferred. So that's you know what I'm saying. So my father, he used to tell me things, when it comes to women, and I think that was a big problem with me. You know what I'm saying? Because he drilled it in my head. You know what I'm saying? He drilled it in my head. Like, manipulation, and you know what I'm saying, and this. But then, you know, he was sick at the time when he was telling me that. But you don't know because, like, you looking at this man, this your father, as a hero. You know what I'm saying?
Right, no matter what they do.
Yeah. So, I understand what you're saying, and then the problem is when you've been coded like that for so many years.
Yeah.
That's the problem. How can I unravel this shit?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How can I start this shit over? You know what I'm saying? So that's the hard process because you've been. This is you. This has been a part of your yeah. This is a part of you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's hard, man. That's why I try not. I would not try not to, but that's why I was very selective, very on point when it came to my son, man. You know what I'm saying? I might not have been there if it's 10 baseball games, I was there at least 5 or 6. But I was very on hands with him so so he could see a difference. So because I knew was right was wrong, what I was going through. And I started acknowledging like, damn, this why I'm like this or this why, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
like,
you gotta pay attention
like you
to
from
that.
the area, like I grew up. My dad used to lie to my grandma. Like, she'd give him money, take me to the show, but he gonna take me to Neil house.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm going to Chuck and Neil house and shit. I'm fucking 8, 9 years old.
Yeah,
Fuck am I doing?
That was my spot over there.
Yeah, but I'm saying, what the fuck am I doing here?
Yeah.
I'm not getting that shit that I should have had. So it's like I used to be hard on my son, like he ain't like a goofy. My shit like he ain't. So I say, man, now I look like I say my son is being a child like he's supposed to be.
Yeah. That was mental abuse too, though.
Yeah.
That part.
Like I remember, I think I told Mike one time, man. I remember my dad. I said, man, I cried. I said, man, you know what fucked me up? I said, you know, my daddy played me on one-on-one basketball one time for money. Most kids who want to play basketball with their daddy, he played me for $10, beat my ass and left.
And you thought you was gonna beat him to too much rock, and you thought he was gonna beat the big blind, right?
Hey, my dad
got him.
My dad, hey, I ain't even know my daddy had to fade away like this nigga. Oh, 10 nigga. Hey, fuck me up. Took my $10, left me on the court
like this.
So my question to you is two questions. I want to sort of wrap this part of the conversation up with. One is what advice would you give to young folks out there, particularly growing up in urban environments? What advice would you give them about mental health?
The first thing is find somebody to talk to, man. You always have one person that you know for a fact you could talk to that's not going to judge you. And then don't worry about being judged. If somebody judge you, they ain't your real fucking friend. Mm. If they judge you, they not your fucking friend, man. Because your real people, if you tell them what's going on with you, like, you got two type of people in that situation. You got one that's going to give you the one-upper. Mm-hmm. The one-upper is like, oh, we all go through shit. Fuck them. That's just a person that don't know what the fuck going on with their life either, or they want to feel like they're part of something. Mm-hmm. Or you got a real friend that might say, I don't know what to say, but I got somebody I think you could talk to. Mm-hmm. That's the person you want to be around. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I had a million, I deal with shit too. No, you just a dumb fuck. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got really nothing go. You just a person that's you came from going fucked up on your life. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But you got a real friend that say, friend, I give a fuck about you. I got XYZ to talk to. They know how to deal with this. Mm. And they'll help you, and they go walk with you hand in hand through the situation. Yeah. Yeah. Like, that's what it took for me. Like I say, it took my ex-girlfriend's mother to help me. Mm. She worked at a clinic. Hey, Corey, I'm going to take you over here. You need to talk to this man. I give a fuck about you. Yeah. And she took me over there. You know what I'm saying? I give a fuck about you. I give a fuck about your son like it's still my grandson. And you need to talk to somebody. Yeah. Because she said, you not like that. I've been, she just wanted me to talk. Yeah.
Yeah. That's good that you're not afraid, brother. And once again, I want to say thank you and commend you for coming on here and talking about it, because I deal with this shit every day, man. You know what I'm saying? I know people that deal with it. People around me deal with it, and it's not cancer or anything. We ain't dying or nothing. But you know, people have mood swings and people get consumed with their thoughts, and you know they're looking for ways to deal with that and cope with that.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's a good, like I said, it's a good thing you came on here. You know, we appreciate every motherfucking thing you just said. Man, and we know we're going to have you again, too, because I know people going to be wanting.
Hey, I'll come back.
Yeah, I think you're going to see Corey again. Our final part that I really want to sort of... There are a lot of things that we talked about. And so I just want to make sure that our audience can become more familiar with some of the terms that were thrown out there. One, Corey mentioned depression. He mentioned these racing thoughts that were in his mind. He also mentioned something called bipolar. So I just want to talk a little bit about what those are so that you can have an idea of maybe these are some of the things you might be going through. So when we talk about bipolar disorder, bipolar is a disorder where a person experiences these intense feelings of being manic, and then they switch from being manic to being depressed. And the mania feeling is you feel high energy. You experience, sometimes you can experience psychosis. You can experience racing and intrusive thoughts, right? Feelings of intense energy, pressured speech. Those are the feelings that can go into feeling manic. And then, at the switch of a dime, you start to feel depressed or really sad, low energy, hopelessness, low energy. And when you oscillate between those two feelings, that is what bipolar is, right? So I just want you guys to know what bipolar is, because a lot of times in our community, we call everybody bipolar, and we
think
don't.
you just snap, or most people think if you depressed all the time you bipolar.
Yeah.
But they don't realize, like, when you bipolar, when you get a high, like I say, I don't want to spend thousands. I go out and just buy shit.
Yeah.
And you just come home, and you will come home with random shit.
Yeah.
Cause it was cheap. You start making, it was cheap, that's why I bought it. But then, like you say, after you bought the shit, you look at it, then you're like, fuck did I buy this for?
Yeah.
And then for the next week, you just sitting there like, man, life shit. Fuck, I do this shit. And then you might get some, I'm gonna do it again for that 30 minutes. You riding up here, then you just fucking. It was a good idea at the time. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. And most people who are dealing with bipolar, medication does, certain types of psychotropics do help. And it also helps to be on some sort of regular program or system or having a sort of organization to your life. That does definitely help with bipolar. Well, Corey, again, thank you for coming out, being on our show. I think this is a really wonderful conversation. I think it's going to be very helpful, very insightful to the audience. I know I learned a lot, so I really appreciate you coming on, and I hope to have you back soon.
Man, only thing I want to say is, man, I'm going to go out here and learn that crack fadeaway.
Hey, toe my ass up, Jack.
No, but thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
No problem, brother. Glad to speak to y'all. Hope it help at least one person out here, man.
I think so, I appreciate that.
So we want to thank everybody for tuning in, to Acquire Enemy. We got the good brother right here, Dr. Dre, a.k.a. Dr. Frank Lavish. We got Corey. And then we got D-Thang, D'Angelo. And we'll catch y'all next time. And thank y'all. I'm thinking about the day that my brother died. And all them tears that my mama cried. And all them drugs had my brain fried.